Hello, welcome to turn 56, a new video. Some odd messages this turn. First of all, message from Ilya. Eat it world, trollfish. I don't actually know what he just did, but he did something. Summoned some Morgans, got attacked by Earth Elementals. We actually managed to kill one. Apparently if I've got a couple of Nemedian warriors guarding my commander, it buys me just enough time to skelly spam them to death. But I think I also got a bit lucky here that the elemental sort of tramples backwards a couple of turns there to get skeletons. If it just went straight for my commander, I think my commander would still die. Also got attacked. This sorceress had furbolgs guarding and died, but still put up more of a fight. So not great still, but oh well. So we lost one sorceress this turn. Not very good. Summon Morgans, cast Haruspex, no sights. A die portent. So Abyssia, the god of which is named Fire, 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 has cast Second Sun, which, as you can probably tell from the name, increases heat scales, I guess. At least that's the sense that I got. Second Sun will shine day and night, resulting in severe effects across the entire world. Provinces will become hotter and drier every turn until the second sun is destroyed. So, yep. Summon Morgans. Another global spell. This one was cast by Beritos. See, he cast Galegate. Galegate generates gems, and it also randomly causes storms to happen outside of your territory. So enemies suffer storms, basically. Galegate. This is a global that I would have wanted to cast at some point, but yeah. So 5 enchantments are up now, so the next person who casts an enchantment will knock one of these out of the list. Proclamation from Agartha. He's got a new prophet, that's nice. Battling the Stinging Swamp. So this was us attacking Stinging Swamp with our group of random crap. It actually didn't go very well. We managed to defeat them, but wasn't as easy as you might have expected. Trolls are pretty tough. And they throw boulders. We've got boulders of our own. So as you can see, trolls are just like big bags of hit points, and they have regen as well. So it takes a couple of turns for our troops to actually get through them all. Who is this Troll King? Troll King. He's not that cool. He's got 24 protection though, I suppose. Yeah, this is a slog, as you can see. But eventually they do start to rout. There we go. Alright. You get the idea anyway. So we took back Stinging Swamp from the trolls. These guys are pretty brutal. I can see why they beat the Grey Knights. Unfortunately, it scattered our army to the winds, so there's only 10 troops left here. You know, a couple of guys around here, a couple of guys around here. So that army's useless now. Interesting battle in Agartha. AI Xibalba did some serious shit. Looks like Agartha had some defenders in this province set up to cast Earthquake on turn 1. But because Xibalba's troops are flying, I guess the Earthquake does nothing. So that's kind of a shame. But this might be fortunate for us, because it might mean that Agartha might spend his Earth Gems killing Xibalban commanders instead of mine. Who knows? That's a hell of a doom stack. Battling Kunaral, same thing. Only on a much smaller scale. He lost this province. And battling Assandius, I also lost a province. So I noticed that our Urgem income is now down to +9, so I guess this province had an Ur site, I can't really remember. So we need to take our Sandias back at some point, because we really need our Urgems. Unexpected event in Gilgad. Another group of free thinkers has been banned. And unexpected event in Muspel. One of your bailiffs is afraid of monsters, +10. Yeah, well, I think being afraid of monsters in the early Age of Dominions 4 is probably a decent enough fear. And we've started to destroy the gate in Elmo, but we need more time to succeed. Yeah, I think we need like 20 turns to succeed, but what else are we going to do? Okay, so what's happening this turn? Well, what am I moving from? Oh right, yeah. So, my sleeper now has some items, he's got some flying shoes. He's moving back to Fomoria. He's going to pick up the handful of Morrigans that are here. There's 5 currently, and we're summoning a couple of more. Then he'll move down to the Cursed Land to pick up these Morrigans. And then he'll be leader of the Morrigan army, I guess. He needs a name at some point, but we'll get to that. These troops are moving back to Black Forest to pick up some Furbolgs. We've got a couple of Furbolgs in the garrison, so why not? My prophet is moving down. We built a temple. The reason I'm trying to build temples in this area is because of this event. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the fertility cult is getting followers and influence. Priests should be sent to lead the lost into the fold. The strength of your divine presence will purge this heresy from the land. So I assume that means I have to get scales up and then put a priest in the province. So we've got a temple here and a temple here, so hopefully that'll start to push some Dominion. I want to get a temple in Red Waste as well at some point to keep pushing Dominion. Hopefully that will also push my Dominion down as well, which will be useful for my Pretender. Speaking of my Pretender is attacking Waka. I think that should be taken with no problem. I noticed that there's a big stack of units here in Wicker Wood, so I assume he might move these units into Ermor next turn. So I was thinking of moving my Pretender into Ermor to help fight, but he doesn't have any gems to cast anything interesting, and he's going to have, you know, this is a really, really dark Candle province, so I don't know. I think it's better if I just have him capture this side province. If Agartha does move all these troops from Wicker Woods to Ermor, we're just going to have to try and fight them. We'll do the best that we can. A lot of my troops are on Guard Commander, unfortunately, so that's not very useful. Yeah. So the plan here is just that they cast Thunder Strikes or Horde of Skeletons. Seichi's casts Mass Flight, and I think I have her on conservative. Yeah, I've got her on conservative gem usage because she's carrying all the gems currently, and we just have to see what happens. Only other thing I'm doing is I'm building a lab in Stinging Swamp because this is within flying range of Ermor. So if I build a lab here, you can see there's a big grey arrow between Ermor and Stinging Swamp. I'm sending back 2 commanders who have flying shoes to Stinging Swamp. There'll be a lab there so they can pick up some rings of levitation. So I'm forging 4 rings of levitation this turn, and I guess I'll just start ferrying rings of levitation back and forth between the Stinging Swamp until everything in Ermor is levitating, because that will protect everything from earth attacks. And until that happens, I'm going to just keep moving in random commanders. You can see we've got another random commander here, 2 more random commanders here. Just keep ferrying in just crappy commanders to try and take the hit, as it were, from earth attacks. Until everyone has a ring of levitation. Next time we'll be able to cast Living Clouds. We'll stick with Conjuration Research and try and get Dance of the Morrigans as well. That'd be something cool that Baller can cast. But until then, there's just nothing really we can do. Oh my Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice this stack. So we're going to get attacked in Mictlan next turn by Isabel, where I take it. Yeah. Not going very well, but I think this this game might be winding down now. So the suffering is almost over. Anyway, I'll see you on turn 57. Hello, welcome back. So first things first, research and conjuration is done. So we can now do Living Clouds. This would have been useful a long time ago, but it's still pretty useful. Whenever we want to spam our elementals, we'll just do that instead. A couple of other cool spells here as well. Mound Fiend and Core Rifle would look pretty cool, but I don't know if I'll ever actually cast them. Animal Horde looks silly. 25 nature gems, you get 100 animals. I'm sure they're all garbage, but you know, still kind of cool. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll try and get down to the Morrigans. It's gonna be a while though. Needs at least 4 turns, and that's if we don't change anything with our mages. Cast Haruspex. Found 2 sites. In Flower Meadow. Farmer Plenty, 50 supply points, and Enchanted Field, another 50 supply points, plus 1 nature gem per turn. So there we go. We're up to 6 nature gems per turn. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever actually going to have the Urgem spur to cast Auspex, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Earth Elementals attacked us again. Lost another Sorceress. This was Jorek. I don't know, man. I can't really do anything until I get enough Rings of Levitation. I don't know what else to do. Some Morgans. The entire Earth trembled in the most powerful earthquake ever seen. After the earthquake, meteors fell from the skies. Surely hundreds of thousands of people must have died. 34 of our military units died. I guess this is really a casting Armageddon. So, thanks for that, Aurelia. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know what our income was last turn, but I'm pretty sure it was a lot higher than 1,756. I'm pretty sure we even though we lost Ermor, I think we still were in the 2k range. So Armageddon gutted our income. Feel free to go back and check last turn what our income was. Maybe it was always this bad. I don't think so though. I think it was in the 2000s. So that's gonna start happening, I guess. Another Earth Elemental. This one hit a commander, thankfully. Someone Morrigan, another commander got hit. And a Fomorian Druid, which I don't mind too much if we lose some of these guys. As long as we don't lose sorceresses, I don't really care that much. Battle in Mictlan. We got attacked by AI Xibalba. Which means we got to see Rain of Stones. Which is that. Check out that. That's a lot of damage. Didn't actually kill anybody outright, unfortunately. But, because my province events here is all giants, they stayed alive a lot better than the bats and things. So what happens is, this gives us just enough of an edge that we actually managed to rout the enemies. Hooray! So that was quite nice. So we wiped out a stack of Xibalban units, and it only cost us a druid. Unfortunately, the thing now is that because the druid died and we don't actually have another Earth druid to replace him, so we don't even have one over here to move over. So we can't do that again, unfortunately. But we are still recruiting druids when we can. Money's getting a bit tight now, though. Also, battling 2 woods, we lost another province. It's just, you know, I just don't have troops over here to do anything about Xibalba, unfortunately. Took control of Waka. There was nothing here, so my pretender just took it effortlessly. Battle in Ermor. Let's check this out. So that big stack of units that we saw last turn did attack us. Interestingly, his pretender didn't. I thought he might break siege at the same time he did this, but he just sent this stack over. We did cast Mass Flight though, so that's quite cool. Here we go. Flying Furbolgs! Flying the medium warriors. That's a really useful spell. I think that's amazing that we just surround the whole stack of troops now because of that. Of course, a lot of my troops are on guard commander, so they don't all dive in, but enough troops fly in that we pretty much wipe out everything, including the mages, which is really useful. So we killed 4 Oracles of the Dead and 1 member of the Closed Council, which I think is a hero. And these guys are expensive. These guys are slow to recruit, and we killed 4 of them. So that's pretty fucking huge, actually. That's 8 turns of recruitment and 365 gold per head down the shitter. So yeah. What did it cost us though? 40 Furbolgs, 17 medium warriors, 3 great eagles, and 1 sorceress. I'll take that. I think that's a victory for us. The great arms are sacred as well, so they probably take a while to recruit too. Only downside, of course, is that it's hard for us to reinforce armor at the moment. We need to start recruiting units and bringing them down, but I don't know if we can actually do that. I think we're going to be stuck just sitting on armor till the end of the game, which might be sooner rather than later. And we lost glistening due forest to AI Zabelba as well. Lots of unexpected events. We gained another lumber construct. Locals have fashioned a great wicker man for the yearly celebration of autumn. During the festivities, the construct has come to life. What a day. Ancient treasure on Earth, 44 gold. A hailstorm has devastated the countryside, killing cattle and shepherds. Yeah, after an Armageddon, I think this must be pretty fucking light, really. Only kills 120 population. And in Fomoria we found 4 nature gems. And we're still sieging Ermor. Okay. So what's happening this turn? Moving to Spirewoods, move my priest there to do whatever this event wants me to do. I'll start preaching, see if it does anything. I'm also moving a Furbog there on defense with Rain of Stones, just in case something from Beritos moves into the province. You can see the big red arrow from Fomoria to the Cursed Land is my sleeper, who I named an actual dentist. So he's going to be leading the Morrigans. He's already got 5 plus 3 guarding him just for Earth attack defense. When he gets to Cursed Land, there's another 18 here. So this is a lot of Morrigans actually. My prophet is moving to Searing Sands. We'll build a temple there when we can. We want to push Dominion in this area because this is where my god is. I don't know if I'll have the gold for temples though, to be honest. The commander I recruited is going to move these Furbolgs into Ermor. I guess these Furbolgs retreated from the fight we just had. So I don't know why else they'd be there. There's a couple in Waka too, but well, can we recruit a commander here? We can just about. So we'll do that as well. And the 2 flying sorceresses have picked up the rings. A lot of my commanders got wounds this turn. I think that's from the Armageddon. But yeah, we've got 2 more rings now, so we'll send 2 more rings back to Ermor, and then we'll keep ferrying them back and forth. Once we've got enough rings for everybody, we'll start forging, 1 ring each turn, and then we'll Cloud Trapeze an additional mage each turn. I think that's the way to do it. And then once all our mages are safe, we can start thinking about moving more troops down. My Pretender's attacking Silverham. We'll take this last independent province, and then my Pretender can capture some Agarthan territory and help defend against Zabelba. And the troops I've got in Black Forest are moving to Honoria to, well, it's a little army that can help defend against Zabelba as well. The Furbog that built the lab in Stinging Swamp is now also set to do the Earth Power Rain of Stones. So Stinging Swamp has some defense, and Honoria will have some defense, and Silverham will have my Pretender in it. So wherever this AI stack moves next turn, there'll be some defense. Whether it's enough or not remains to be seen. And that's it for this turn. So, yeah, we're in a difficult position. I'm doing what I can, We'll keep trying to siege Ermor. Keep trying to forge as many rings as we can to defend ourselves. I'm still recruiting commanders, and you can see another commander here moving them down. Because as you saw, it did help. Like 2 of these Earth attacks did hit commanders. So it does help. But yeah, we'll leave it there. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Right, hello, welcome back. A surprisingly short list of messages this turn. So let's get to them. First of all, a message from Rilia. Ha ha ha, trollfish. Alright then. So I did check how much gold I lost in income. We were originally at something like 2,233, so we dropped to like 1,700. Now 1,858. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do about somebody wishing for Armageddon. It seems to just fuck you. Not only that, but we lost quite a lot of scouts as well, I noticed. I only just realised that when I was taking the turn now. We used to have scouts in most of these provinces. We've lost a few to patrolling, but we've now got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it, we've got 7 scouts now. So yeah. Cast Haruspecs, no sights. Summon Morrigan. Battle in Silverham. Where was this? Right, this is me taking the province from the neutrals. As you can see, went quite easily. We haven't seen my pretender fight for a while though, so let's just watch this. I like watching the boar fight. Dun dun dun. What a beast. And how's his fatigue? 7. He has reinvigoration 12. Pretty nice. So, yeah. If we took Silverham, I'll just check his, he's got 104 hit points in this province. I think that we'll continue to use him to recapture some of these provinces from Zibalba. I think that's the best use for him at the moment. Next up, battling Gilgad. So I mentioned that AI Zibalba would probably attack one of... Wait, that's not the fight. What was Gilgad? Oh, Gilgad's over here. So we lost another province to AI Zibalba. Still not much I can do about this, I just don't have any units over here. Probably not going to have any anytime soon either. Battling Agartha. Agartha attacks Zibalba. What was this? I haven't actually watched this fight. That looks strange. So Agartha has... Okay, he has the... So these guys both have twice born. This guy's got a lot of gems. Divine Blessing, Holy Avenger. Alright, the bat's flying immediate. Oh, okay. Right, so whatever he was trying to do there did not happen. But his oracles turned into white mages. Alright, so that's cool. But so I don't know what he was trying to do there, but apparently it didn't work. That's quite good for us, actually. As long as Agartha is tied up with Zibalba, he's not going to be paying attention to us. Then there's a battle in Honoria. Okay, I said that AI Zibalba would probably attack one of these 3 provinces. He attacked Honoria. This actually went quite well for us. But for some reason, a lot of our troops still routed. I think maybe all of the province defense dying speak them? Oh, the province defense don't even die. It looks like the bats dive straight on my back lines. I lose a couple of furbolgs, and then the rest of the furbolgs sort of go, fuck this, and they all start retreating. Yeah. So we only lost a quarter of our furbolgs, but they all routed, so they're all in different provinces now. Which is kind of annoying. So we've got furbolgs over here, and here, and here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lead them all back together. Even the commanders in that routed. There was a furbolg druid and another furbolg champion. They all routed. So these guys are gonna sit in Honoria for this turn. While I put the troops back together. So if I hit Y, we've got these troops being led back by Tree Teeth. And the furbolgs in Black Forest are being led to Rusty Badlands, where there are currently some other furbolgs. So I'm going to have to put that army back together. So there'll be some furbolgs in Rusty and some furbolgs in Honoria, and then I guess all together we'll attack Belmar. And by that turn, my pretender will be in Glistening Dew, so my pretender can attack Assandius, and then we'll take back these 2 provinces. That's the plan. Unexpected event in Waki. No idea how to pronounce this, by the way. A harsh law against vagrancy has been decreed. Province resources plus 25, population minus 10. Unexpected event in Illadar. A handful of magic gems have been found in an abandoned mine. 12 earth gems. Good old Illadar. And a battle in the Weald. Independence rose up against Zibalba, so it's nice when that happens. Some barbarians took a province. And we're still sieging Omar, but yeah, that's going to take a while. Okay. This is giving me flashbacks to when we were sieging Marvoni. I think this will probably take even longer though. So what's happening? Right, well, forging another Ring of Levitation. As you can see, a lot of my commanders have Rings of Levitation now. If I just, nope, if I left click it, alright, you can see the old Dorn String, probably not immediately fatal. Magnificent Smile, Dentist Hater, It'll Grow Back, and Winning Smile all have Rings of Levitation. Just need one for Master of Grills and Cheekbiter. And that should be fine. So we're forging another one this turn. And there's one being moved to this province by Desperation and Agony. And probably not immediately fatal is moving to Stinging Swamp to pick up another one. So I think that's everybody should have a Ring of Levitation in 2 turns. After that we can work on getting more commanders and troops to this province over time. to help with the siege. We're going to have to summon a lot more eagles, I think. I think that's the way to go, because they get that big bonus to sieging, don't they? Siege bonus 10. Yeah, that sounds... I think that's probably... I can't remember how many gems this costs, but we'll focus on that a bit later. I'm also leading out the soulless, because I figure that's, you know, why not? They'll help a bit with the siege. I was leaving these guys behind to help defend Fomoria in the case, you know, we got attacked by Baratos. Whoop. So, don't mind that, just got an email. But yeah, Jumpers is going to head down and help with the siege with those soulless. And we are actually recruiting some furbolgs now as well. What else is happening? Morrigans, led by an actual dentist, are going to start attacking these provinces around the edges. Pretender is moving to Glistening Dew, like I said. And that's it for movements. These other arrows are just commanders, random commanders that I've recruited. Oh hey, there's a furbolg there. Oh, he doesn't have forest movement, so I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, another commander here moving to I want. That's all that is. How's research doing? Still got a ways to go. I think that's everything. Bit worried because we can see that Baratos has a lot of troops in Kunaral now. I can only assume he's about to head down towards Fomoria. We do have a Rain of Stones trap in this province still, and then we have quite a few mages in Fomoria, so we'll be able to mount some kind of defense. That reminds me, what was that weird spell we got? Oh right, it's Animal Horde. Requires Nature 4. I think I can cast that with, what's the name, right? Medical Ethics. Yeah, with the booster he gets to Nature 4. So if we need to, we can summon 100 animals and see if they help defend. If Baratos attacks us, that'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'll leave the turn there. And, yeah. Baratos hasn't taken his turn yet either. Okay, that was 58, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Late winter in year 5, this sure is a long game. Okay, well, it's a long game for me at least. Alright, so, lots of earth elemental attacks as you can see. Agarth had decided to mix it up a bit, and he fired them all at my Pretender. So let's watch one of these, shall we? Because they're all identical. It will give you a sense of what happened 5 times. We cast Iron Skin, we cast Strength of Gaia, and then we did a Blade Wind. And that happens 5 times. So 3, 4, and here's the 5th one. I'll just show you exactly the same. So big result for the Thrice-Horned Boar. Okay, so that happened. Next, Pearly White Overbite cast Auspex and found no sights, and Furling cost Haruspex and found no sights. That's okay though. We'll just keep doing that each turn until we, I don't know, run out of range, I suppose. Battling Farah next. This is over here. And as you can see, somehow we managed to repel the forces of Zibelba. I say somehow, but what actually happened is that his commander flies in and dies instantly, and then that's it. So there's his commander. His commander flies over here, and my commander turns around and beats him up, and that's it. So that's quite nice. So we kept Farah. We took the control of the province of Tricia. This was this one. Had no province defense. So okay, we'll go to Anvas next. And Glistening Dew Forest we attacked with our Pretender. After he suffered 5 assassination attempts, he headed on to Glistening Dew Forest and took that easily. As you can see, not much there. And our Pretender is still looking buff as ever, no afflictions. Battling the Rusty Badlands, same deal. We got attacked by Zibelba, but we managed to repel them with my trusty 16 Furbolg warriors. And a battle in Mictlan, and we also managed to repel these guys as well. I don't know how this one happened. Let's just check this out. She's got a load of beast bats and some ogres. Oh, I've got a lot of province defense, okay. This was back when I had cash. And I was, my fort provinces I'd put up to 20 PD. I'll never be able to do that again because I've got no money. So there we go. Unexpected events, Silverham, Tilmal +1 and Rest +10. A local lawman has been found frolicking with fairies in the wilderness instead of carrying out his duties. What a piece of shit. Unexpected event in Red Waste. Hardworking farmers of the province managed to harvest some sturdy crops even during winter. Oh nice, 124 more gold. Unexpected event in Dragonscale Mountains. A handful of gems were found in the shards of a broken mirror. Started to destroy the gate at the fort in Ermor. Yep, heard this before. And interestingly enough, the god of Tinanog has been permanently vanquished already. So Tinanog got obliterated. That's really bad for us, because it means Beritos is just sitting here now with nothing to do. You can see he's got wolves, black hawks, which I guess are just there to patrol away unrest from blood hunters, because apparently Beritos is a blood nation. I didn't know that, but now I do. I'm told that if blood nations ever get to the end game, then they've pretty much won, because they can throw around horrors. Don't know much about that though, but I'm sure I'll see it soon. Okay, so what's happening this turn? Well, Chompers is still leading the Soulless to the fort to help siege a bit, and an actual dentist is still leading around the Morrigans, heading to Anvas next. We'll cap a couple more provinces in this area. Lots of dudes moving to Elmore, as you can see. It's the same deal though, there's nothing new here. It's just some new commanders. New commander in Cursed Land, new commander in Searing Sands, and another Ring of Levitation has been picked up in Stinging Swamps, so that's heading to Elmore. You can see almost all of my important commanders have Rings of Levitation now. I realised that one thing I could do to help stop getting attacked by Earth Elementals is to actually hide. Because I remember talking about that, because someone told me that it's really hard to kill Grey Knights because they can just hide and then you can't hit them with remote spells, right? So I guess that applies here too? Like, if Cheekbiter is hiding, then she can't be hit by a remote attack spell. Right? I don't know. But, let's... Sure. I mean, if I get attacked by Earth Attack this turn... Well, I guess there's a lot of... I don't know, I guess I don't know. But I'm hiding this turn anyway. It seems like maybe I should have tried doing that earlier, but it only just occurred to me. So we'll try hiding and see if that protects me from Earth attacks until you know, our Ring of Levitation arrives, and then we can slip on the ring and forget about it anyway. Over here, we've got all these troops in Honoria and Rusty Badlands heading to Belmar. It's not a lot, obviously, but you know, it's a little bit. Those guys are heading there, and my Pretender is attacking Assandius. Looks like Assandia doesn't have a commander, so it's just some beast bats. Belmar has a commander. It doesn't look like Balcoria has a commander either. And it doesn't look like Gilgad has a commander either, which is really lucky, because there's a big, chunky army sitting right there. So, they're not going to attack us, but as we learned, as long as there's some province defense, they will be led. So I shouldn't be too complacent. But for now, we attack these two provinces because they've got commanders in. And there's nowhere he can move that won't be intercepted by something. If he does try and move into Honoria or Rusty Badlands, he might fight half of this army and beat it, but you know, can't do much about that. Over here, I'm moving one of my Earth Hurlbogs over towards Jack, just to help defend it. And I think that's it for this turn. Except to mention that next turn we will in fact have Dance of the Morrigans. So that actually went quite quickly, didn't it? So that's a really cool spell. It does require Death 5 2 though. And of course I remember that I lost my Skull Staff from when I defended Cunarol. Haven't forged a new one yet, so Drilling is forging a new Skull Staff. We're also forging 2 more Rings of Levitation, casting Auspex and Haruspex, and I think that's everything interesting that's happening in Fomoria. It's just Skull Staff, Levy, Auspex, Levy, Haruspex. Yes, that's everything. I mean, I actually have 89 blood slows, so I guess the smart thing to do now is empower somebody in blood and then start blood hunting and all that jazz, but I don't know anything about blood. That sounds like an issue for another game where I can experiment with blood magic. Well, from what little I know about blood magic, none of these provinces seem like... They all have such low population. I guess I could do it in somewhere like Marverni. I'll think about it. I'm sure a bunch of people will be annoyed that I'm not doing that, but you know, whatever. I don't know anything about blood. I'm a newbie, get over it. And I'll see you on turn 60 for the end of the video. And thanks for watching as always. Hello, welcome to turn 60. I think this is 60 anyway. Right, research and conjuration is completed. That's nice. So now we can do Dance of the Morrigans. I assume that this is kind of similar to Howl, but with Morrigans. That's my theory, but it sounds good anyway. So yeah, we got that. Next point, I'm gonna do Alteration. Alteration has Fog Warriors, which gives mist form to every single unit on the battlefield that's friendly. So that would be really useful, I think. So we'll go there next. Conjuration, of course, has the big death conjuration, which is Tartarian Gate. I've heard about this a lot. It was very popular in Dom 3, and I'm sure it's just as popular in Dom 4. But since it would take us 8,000 research to get there, I think we'll switch to Alteration for a bit and get Fog Warriors. So that's the plan. Anyway, there was another Armageddon. So this is bad, because our income has dropped now to 1,224, which is terrible. I can't recruit anything now. So that's that. This is great. I don't know what you're supposed to do about this. A few more Armageddons and I'm just not going to be able to do anything. I'm not going to be able to have any conventional troops at all. So that's kind of, yeah, cool. Anyway, Harrow Specs, no sights, or Specs, no sights. Battles. Battle in Belmar. Okay, so there was lots of little battles in this area between me and Zybalba. So Belmar was just the Furbolgs attacked into the Man King. We took Belmar, no problems. Battle in Mictlan. This is unfortunate, but a stack of Zybalban troops did actually manage to wipe out all the province defense here. So Mictlan is now under siege, unfortunately. But it's not a very big force, as you can see. It's mostly just a bunch of crap units, to be honest. So Mictlan is now under siege. Yeah, but we're moving our this sort of handful of troops towards Mictlan, so I'm sure we will to break that, no problem. Battle in Anvas. This was the Morrigans. I don't think we've actually seen these guys fight properly yet, have we? So this is a very, very brief battle, but there's units over here, and then there's Morrigans over here, and then the fight ends. So yeah, glad I got to show off that proper fight. Rusty Badlands, Zybalba attacked into us and lost. Osandius, my pretender. Honoria, what was this one? I was defeated the attacking force from Zybalba. Where was this? Oh right, so this was the one that I moved the troops into. And yep, went fine, looks like. Adjuan Can Ek. Alright. Unexpected event in Searing Sands. A prospector genius has found a small deposit of gold. This was really, really great for us to get an additional 267 gold this turn. Because it's the only reason we could recruit troops this turn, because we've got no income now. So in Fomoria we're getting an Numidian sorceress and a bunch of Numidian warriors, but that is it. No other fort is recruiting anything. And as you can see, we're at 0 treasury. Still destroying the gate at the fort in Armor. And we're under siege in Mictlan. But yeah, Mictlan, of course. Let's see, that's the temple, not the temple. Where's the fort? Oh god, so Mictlan is already at defense 35. So I guess I have to... Is there any units here? I guess I have to break siege then, don't I? Alright, gonna pause the video here while I just see if there's anything I can do. Alright, so let's just do this. I've got a couple of Ironmen. I'll summon some sprites, summon an air elemental, and then I'll just have the Furbolgs do whatever they want on cast spells. Who cares? We'll break siege, and we'll just see if that's enough to. We'll see if that's enough to beat those 50 units. I don't know. They're going to attack next turn anyway, so it's not like this changes much. Either way, I'm going to have to fight with these Furbolgs. We'll just do it now instead of next turn. Alright. So what are we doing then? Right, so we're doing this, we're breaking siege in Mictlan with these fur logs. There's the scripting, just aim and spells, plus sprites and armament. Let's see how that works out. Probably not work out very well, but whatever. Over here, my Reign of Stoner is moving to Drek. He'll be patrolling Drek from now on to defend it. Possibly from Sarmatia. Sarmatia's had stacks of unit in this area for a while, but I don't know. Maybe they'll attack, maybe they won't. Over here, my Pretender is moving into Wellard to attack that. And I've got troops now in Honoria and Belmore, so they're moving to Belmore just to unify. Let's make sure that she's not sneaking. So we'll have all this here next turn, and then they can move from Belmore to Balcoria. And my Pretender can move from Wellard to Green Sink, and then they can both move to Mictlan. Which might be necessary, we might have to take it back in a couple of turns. Over here, my Morrigans are attacking Waywards. And more troops are, as always, we've got commanders and troops heading to Ermor. 2 new rings of levitation are heading to Ermor. Well, we've got pretty much as many rings as we need now. From this point forward, we'll only need rings for sort of new mages that we're bringing in to the fight. Because we've got enough rings now to support what we have here. I'm also moving Precision Excision to Stinging Swamp. And she is going to spend the next couple of turns doing nothing but summon Great Hawks. And I'll do what I've been doing here with rings, only with hawks instead. I'll give the flying boots to a commander, and have the commander fly back and forth between Stinging Swamp, just bringing in Great Hawks. Because, as a reminder, Great Hawks get a +10 siege bonus, or whatever. Reduces the defense. Right. Yeah, I don't know how it works exactly, but they've got a siege bonus of 10, so they're better sieges. So we'll get as many Great... Are they called Great Hawks? Great Eagles. We'll get as many Great Eagles as we can over the next couple of turns. But I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what else we can do. I mean, those Armageddons have completely just crippled our income, and I'm just stuck down here sieging Ermor forever. It seems like, and I feel like I'm only in this game now until Beritos decides to attack me, and then at that point, all bets are off. I don't know what is going to happen, but I don't feel too confident about it. I'll say that. Not many players left in the game now. It's just me, Agartha. Who is yellow on red? Scorgraphs. Lanka. And Beritos and Rilia. So it looks like Abyssia's out of the game as well. But I've never really... I don't know where about Abyssia is located exactly. These are the only provinces I can see. Yeah, anyway. I'm droning on a bit because I'm the last person to take my turn, so as soon as I hit end turn it's going to be over, so... oh, only other thing to mention is I'm forging another Skull Staff. Baller's got one now. Drilling will have one next turn. That's everything. Alright, hitting end turn. And that's the end of the video as well. So, tune in, next video, and you'll see what happened. Thanks for watching.